What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Fam, I'm gonna let a few more people come in and then I'll go in. I know I'm on the tardy bus today, but lots going on. Besides the big Will Smith and Chris Rock story, got a lot of personal things going on. All good, nothing to worry about. Got a big announcement coming up later. I think I'm gonna save it for another live. I think I'm gonna give it its own live. And I'll do that like right after this video is over. We'll come back in. Let's get like let's get like a couple hundred more people in, and then I'll go in. I'll give some shout outs along the way. Patrick Lampkins, what's up, Pat? Howard Nixon, I see you. Birmingham in the building. San Antonio, I see you. What's up, Loretta? Xavier Simmons. Miss Croptober, Detroit in the house. Let's get over 1,000 and then we'll go in. Lucky Y, what up? Jesse Butler, Philly in the building. Philadelphia. You from West Philly too? Born and raised? On the playground is where you spent most of your days? Philadelphia. Throw them bows. What's up? Tim Witherspoon, Virginia in the building. What's up, Tampa? TA 804. I see Jersey checking in. Laura Wallace, Iowa checking in. Okay, Tiana Young. If you're just not checking in, fam, we're about to go in on this Will Smith, Chris Tucker. What is this? Fiasco. Will Smith, Chris Tucker fiasco. What's your opinion, fam? I mean, it's just off the rip, you know. Was Will right or wrong? Was he right or wrong for doing what he did? You know, Chris Tucker. I mean, Chris, did I say Chris Tucker? Why am I saying Chris Rock? Chris Rock hosted the Oscars last night and made some unflattering comments about Will's wife, Jada. Now, people are saying that Chris Rock didn't know that his wife, Jada, was struggling with alopecia, which is a hair condition, you know, that causes, you know, well, I guess a scalp condition that causes your hair to fall out. And so Will Smith took exception to it, went up on stage and slapped Chris Rock, slapped him. And now you got people coming from all around the globe with opinions about, you know, what they think was what should have been the proper course of action. Some people agree with what he did. Some people disagree. Some people vehemently agree. Some people vehemently disagree. Now, last night, I came in from hanging out with some friends and, you know, I was pretty tired. And, you know, as I'm driving in, I get the alert, bam, Will Smith, snap. Will Smith? He snapped. At the Oscars, slapped Chris Rock. I thought it was a joke at first. But I watched that video. That was real, fam. I don't know why people. I know they actors, but just somebody acts don't mean that everything that they do is fake. Everything is orchestrated. No, that was a real slap, you know, with real sound effects. In any event, last night when I first heard about what happened, you know, I'm gonna tell you straight up, fam. I was a little above indifferent about the slap, right? Yeah, that's their business, whatever. But I was kind of leaning toward like, say something like that about my woman. I can understand, like because, you know, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? You can, a man may not even may not even like the woman he with anymore. But if you say something about it, you disrespect it, he probably gonna come get you, right? Now, people say there's a time and a place for everything. I do agree. There's a time and a place for everything. And if he wanted to get at Chris Rock, then perhaps people are saying that should have been done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. So here's where I am after sleeping on this. I wasn't sleeping, dreaming about it, thinking about it, but after I went to sleep, got some rest, I woke up, obviously, to the news again, and my perspective started shifting a bit, just a bit, because I had to think about it a little deeper than what, the surface. So I'm thinking that this is really one of those situations where there are no winners. I mean, think about if Will don't do anything, then he looks like a chump. If he does something, even if he says something, he's still gonna look like a chump. If he says something, he's gonna look like a chump. But if he does something, if he goes up on the stage and slap him in front of everybody, then he looks like a hero to some, and then he looks like a chump to others because people are saying, well, why didn't he have that same energy for August Alsina? Why didn't he have the same energy for other people who have poked fun at Jada Pinkett Smith? He's picking and choosing who he want to try. Side note, if you're going to pick a fight, you should pick a fight with somebody you think you can whoop. Just side note, just because I see a lot of people picking fights and they be getting beat down. And, I always wondered why do people pick fights with people that they can't beat? Why do you pick fights with somebody you can't beat? You can't whoop, So that's the side note. But bigger than all of that, fam, I'm looking at this like there are no winners. It's just no way that you get a win out of this if for what Will did. We can say a bunch of what ifs, right? But ain't no ifs. This is what happened. What happened is that Chris Rock said a joke, a comedian said a joke about a man's wife. Man takes exception, storms the stage at the Oscars, the biggest night in Hollywood, and slaps him before the world. Two black men engaged in violence, an act of violence. At least one black man swung, the other one accepted it, whatever. But it's just a bad look. It ain't the end of the world. We'll get over it. I mean, hell, we've definitely survived worse embarrassments. But it's not a good look. I mean, I look at this like a family, like a family. It's a family beef. Like it's just like a family feud, right? It's hard to even pick sides. Like you can say when you was wrong, you love both of them, right? You know, Will and Chris are beloved. They're family members. They're family. Let's just say what it is. They're like family. We've been knowing them a long time. They've been putting in work for a long time. They're like family. But with that comes a certain amount of responsibility and accountability. And, you got to call it what it is. If you think somebody is wrong, then, you got to call them out on it, right? So when I look at the situation, uh, let's just say they are family members, like, right? Would I slap a family member? Hell yeah, I would, depending on what they do. Have I ever slapped a family member? No, but I will. I know me. It just depends on what they do, you know? Uh, would I like elect to do something like that at the family reunion? I would hope that I would not, but I don't know exactly what I would do in that moment. I can just hope that I would not do that, but I don't know for certain. Is it a good look? Absolutely. It's not a good look at all. It's not a good look to show, uh, the elders. It's not a good look to teach the young, to teach the babies. That's not a good look for the babies to see the elder statesmen, the men going at each other's throat, engaging in violence, because it teaches them that that type of behavior is okay. And it's not. It's not. You know, if I put myself in the shoes of Chris Rock, we would be still fighting. They still be trying to break us up right now. I will still be swinging. Ain't nobody slapping me like and not getting the business. I can't tell you what somebody won't do, but I can tell you what they won't do again. I can tell you that. Talk about that boy would have been in the upper room, funeral next week, for sure. But that's the way I see it, fam. I look at this like it's family business. I don't know how Chris Rock gonna get through something like this because, even as bad as it was, ooh, man, even as, man, I don't care if a monster would have slapped me. I'm not just getting slapped and accepting it. I mean, even if Chris is wrong for the joke and Will is wrong for slapping him, at this point, I got slapped. Man, good, bad, and different. I'm swinging. I don't give a damn about the Oscars. I don't care about going to jail. Man, it's whatever. At this point, we scrapping, falling off the stage, diving into the audience. We swinging from the back of the own back down. Man, I could not accept that. So had it been Willie D, it would have been way worse. Think about how bad it was, fam. He slapped me, it would have been way worse. Because I'm not turning the other cheek and I'm not accepting it. I wouldn't accept it. I would not accept that. Having said that, I'm almost glad that, well, not, I guess I am. I'm kind of glad that Chris did not escalate it. Because imagine how much worse it would have been. I felt bad for the man. Like, I was like, damn, like, he got to live with that for the rest of his life. He got to live with that. Ain't no getting around that, fam. See, I would have had to do something to him so that wouldn't be my story. That ain't the end. Hell no. It's going to be some different conversations going on. Yeah, man, Will Smith slapped Willie D, and Willie D bit his motherfucking head off. I mean, I ain't never seen a human being bite another human being head off. He literally bit the man's head off. The man is still in surgery. They say it's gonna take about 9,000 stitches. Shit. I still, man. I'm gonna show you on the play. I'm gonna show you where I spent most of my days. Man, you know, and hey, man, I'm all right with Will. You know, I ain't never had no problem with Will Smith. Never had no problem with him. You know, we used to tour back in the day together. You know, so, and Will was always a solid dude back then. You know, you know, dude was quiet. You know, to himself mostly, but you know, good dude. You know, focused. You know, so I ain't never had a problem with Will Smith. But that was something else right there, fam. That was something to watch. And like I say, it's not a good look. It was not a good look at all for us, period. It wasn't a good look. There's people who say, well, you know, well, if he was, you know, he wouldn't have did that if the comedian was white. I saw some people citing that guy, what's that comedian name? What's the guy, the white guy who hosts the Golden Globes damn near every year? What's that guy's name? Can somebody give me his name? Let's see. Yeah, this guy has hosted the Golden Globes. That's his name. Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais. They were like, well, he wouldn't have did that to Ricky Gervais. First of all, have you seen Ricky Gervais's body? I think Will Smith could take him. I thought they was talking about some big bad dude. You know, he must be a cold bad comedian or something. Like I looked at that, nah, he's just Ricky is just one of them dudes that will go in. He'll go in on you, right? So I can't see that stopping him from doing something. But some people say, well, you know, if he was white, he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that to a white comedian. And you know what? It's possible that they're right. But you know what else is also possible? It's possible that had the wife been the wife of a white dude, Chris Rock may not have cracked the joke about her hair had it been a white woman. See, that's something to think about too. So when you start talking about who people knowing their beans from their cornbread, that goes both ways. So all comedians are pretty much with Chris Rock on this. Just about every. I listened to Aries Spears earlier today, and Aries had a a funny take on this whole thing, but he was definitely like not with the Will Smith thing. He's like, yo, man. Hold on, what was that? I wrote it down. Aries Spears. He said, when Will gave a speech about God after he won the Oscar, he gave a speech about, you know, unity and God. And he said, and Aries said, since when is God slapping the shit out of niggas? Hey man, Aries Spears, I don't care what y'all say about Aries Spears, man. That's my dog, man. I like Aries, man. The dude is funny, man. He's a good comedian. Very good comedian. He's a legend. But anyway, fam, and he also said that he also what the thing? Oh yeah, he said that man, you know, would have been dope if at the end when Will slapped Chris, and he was walking off, if the Oscars would have started playing in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, is where I spent most of my day. Say, fam, even though Aries is clearly clearly against Will Smith, he still found a way to up him with a joke. Like, like it's still funny. Like, see, that's the genius of comedians. That's the genius of comedy. But like I say, sometimes comedians do go too far. There is a such thing as going too far. I don't think a person just get a total pass just because they're a comedian. There is a thing called you can go too far. And I'm gonna tell you something, fam. Comedians know where that line is. Comedians do know what lines not to cross. They do know that. Some may act like they don't, but they know which lines not to cross. People are saying that Chris Rock perhaps didn't know that Jada had alopecia. Didn't know that she had the condition. He's cracking a joke about the movie or whatever. I find that hard to believe because those jokes are scripted. Those Oscar jokes are scripted. Although there is a little wiggle room for improvisation during the Oscars, so there's a little room. But that seemed like a scripted joke, That didn't seem like a spinoff, like somebody say something, you recognize something in the audience, say something funny. That seemed like part of the script. So, and if that's the case, they knew. At the least, the person who wrote the joke knew. See, so even if Chris didn't know, the person who wrote that joke knew, because that's all they do is research. All they do is find out what's going on. They in the news. They all over the news. Somebody said Aries is not funny. That's your opinion. See, that's the thing about jokes. That's the thing about comedy. Comedy is suggestive, just like your top 5, your top 10. Somebody asked me yesterday, Willie D. I was leaving this spot. There's a cop asked me yesterday. He said, Willie D, who you think the best rapper out there is? I said, me, and kept walking. And I meant that. See, it's all suggestive. What you think don't, that's what you think. That's your opinion. I never get into it when people start talking about what they top this and top that. I never argue with them because that's their top. That's their top. I got a nephew who told me that, subjective. Yeah, it's all subjective. I had a nephew who told me that Kodak Black was a better rapper than Tupac. We was having a discussion. We was having a little debate about, rap and, what makes a good rapper and stuff. We were having a little debate. And he had said, I like Kodak Black. I said, what you like about him? He started telling me what he liked. We talking. And then he kind of got frustrated, with the logical stuff. He got frustrated. He said, he just blurted out. He said, man, for real, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Tupac cool for y'all generation, but for my generation, like for me, Kodak Black a better rapper than Tupac. I was like, oh Lord. I said, you know what? That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say to you, bro. I'm done. I don't even talk no more. I'm done. And I finished that conversation, and I never had a conversation with him about rap again, ever. And I'm never going to talk about rap music with him again in life, unless he have a come to Jesus moment. He going to have to be born again or something for me to have another conversation with him about rap. And he said it loud and proud. Oh, man. Oh, and Aries Spears said, he said, how did he put that? He said, yeah, that's what he said. He said Will was laughing about it at first, but then he said when the camera panned over back to to Chris Rock, when the camera panned back to Chris Rock, um, uh, Jada must have whispered in Will's ear and said, Tupac would have never let that shit happen. Man, and well, it's true. That would have never gotten by Pop. It's absolutely true. Eric said that only black, I think Chris Rock had said something like that. He said, oh, that's what he said. He said Chris Rock should have doubled down. He said Chris Rock should have doubled down and just went in and just started talking about Will and just saying, yeah, I ain't gonna even repeat it, but he said Chris Rock as a comedian, Chris should have just doubled down and just went in. And instead of saying, yeah, okay, I won't talk about your wife no more. I keep your wife's name out of my mouth, So I don't know, man. I'm glad he didn't double down. I'm glad it didn't go any further than what it did. Having said that, I know for a fact I would have not have displayed the amount of restraint that Chris Rock did. I know for a fact I would have killed Will Smith that night on the stage. He would have died that night. Security would not have been able to get to the stage soon enough. It just would not have happened. It could not have happened. Will Smith, I'm sure he's hurt behind this. Trust me, he ain't feeling good about this at all. Denzel and Tyler Perry out here had to go back and calm him down, tell him to get his stuff together, during the commercial break. He came back out and, accepted his award for Best Actor. So I'm sure that Will is not appreciating his actions, and he can't apologize enough. But what's done is done. It's done. He did it. And down the line, people are gonna remind him of what happened. The jokes are already, the floodgates of jokes have already started hitting the internet. There's all kinds of memes and videos, all kinds of stuff out there. And this is gonna go for a long, long, long time. This incident is gonna outlive all of us. And the trip part about it is that over time, it won't sting him as much. But for the rest of Chris Rock's life, ain't no getting over that. Ain't no getting around it. Had Chris Rock swung back, then he could have had some balance. He could have did some justice, and then the jokes wouldn't sting as much, especially if he'd have swung back and he got off on Will, pieced them up a little bit, it'd be different. Having said that, I'm glad it didn't go that far. But again, it would have went that far had it been me. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, fam. But this is family business. And, I hope that these dudes can get through it. Both of these guys are beloved, members of the community. They're great talents. And I think that, although I don't have a personal relationship with either of them, I think overall they're good people. And, I wish the best for both of them. I hope that they could sit down and get through it. This kind of reminds me a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of the Mike Tyson Holyfield fight when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. I was a huge fan of Mike Tyson's, but when he bit Holyfield's ear, as a boxing enthusiast, I was disappointed. But I understood the frustration because Holyfield was headbutting Mike and frustrating Mike. Mike couldn't get off on him like he wanted to, so he bit him. And I'm like, oh man, shit, you threw the whole fight away now, man. I want to see a fight. I want to see the fight, a real fight. And once he bit Holyfield, it was like, nah, we can't get the benefit of the decision now. We can't really see what this would have been, where it would have went. We didn't get a chance to see if Mike could have gotten himself together and pulled it off, turned things around. We didn't get to see that. So, what would have happened if once Mike bit Holyfield's ear, and then Holyfield would have turned around and bit Mike's ear, picked up something and hit Mike in the head and bust his head to the white meat. You see? So I'm glad that didn't go any further than what it went. It's, again, family business. Mike, beloved. Holyfield, beloved. Very talented brothers. Wish them both nothing but the best. Every time I see them doing good out there, they're doing something. It's always it always makes me feel a little better because I'm a fan of both of those guys. Both of them are champs, the way I see it. Going back into the comments, JD Dub. JD Dub said, we saw Chris, Will saw Tupac. Oh, man. But you know something too, though, fam? I'm not saying this had to be it, but Will was due for a breakdown. He was due for some bad, like something really bad press. Because Will has been having so much success. And he's been like a model of, good character, goodness for a long time, like always doing motivational speeches and stuff. He got all these stories how he helped people and do this and that or whatever. So he is experienced like just an enormous amount of career success. And he's playing it safe. He's played it safe pretty much his entire career. He's the last person you would think that would smack somebody at the Oscars on stage. The host of the Oscars got slapped by one of Hollywood's biggest stars. This ain't some dude who looked up and got a trophy, who looked up and got into the building. This is a guy who's a very intricate part of the establishment. He's ingrained in the establishment. So for him to do that, something's happening, man. Something's happening. Now don't let this distract y'all from the war in Africa. Yeah, I was ready for that, wasn't you? Sister Soul, what's up? World be free. Lynn Durham. I see a lot of people keep saying, why didn't Will do that to August Alsina? Why didn't he say that to August? Why didn't he, why, August, right? But then when it was going down, everybody was saying Will handled it like a G. He left it alone, like he didn't hate the player, he hated the game. That's how you do it. You ain't supposed to hate the player. You're not supposed to be confronting. He wasn't supposed to confront August Alsina or whatever. I beg to differ when a man live in your house. When a man sleep in your house and eat your food, sit at your table. I beg to differ. Some dude I don't know, some random dude I don't know, and he end up knocking my woman down. You kind of take it on the chin. But if it's somebody you know, somebody that you've actually brought it, that you welcomed into your home, you welcomed this dude into your home, and he have his way with your woman, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Miss Liz, what's up? Paulette K. Spencer, what's up? Somebody asked me, did I think they want to squash the beef? I think they will at some point. Spencer said that, yeah, I think they'll squash it at some point, but it ain't gonna never be the same. It ain't gonna never be like, if they had a cordial relationship, it'll never be the same. If they had any kind of friendship, it'll never be the same, because you can't put your hands on somebody and they trust you afterwards. Anytime you put your hands on somebody, you got a lifelong enemy. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. In most cases, you got a lifelong enemy, because my best friend, we put hands on each other the first day we met. We had a fight. The very first day we met, we had a fight. And that sucker maced me. We was 11 years old. That boy pulled out some mace and hit me with the mace at 11. So we used to fight. He was a formidable enemy. I was like, on the cool, I respected him. I was like, yeah, because he'll fight, get down. Like, wasn't scared to fight, wasn't scared to pull out something, wasn't scared to pull out a weapon. I was like, on the cool, I like this guy. But I got to fight him because we're enemies. Elder Misha, what up? Oh, Black Beauty said they squashed it last night at the after party. It ain't squashed, man. Yeah, they squashed it, for looks. For the sake of squashing, but nobody just put their hands on you like that and you squash it just that fast. If it's gonna get squashed, I think it's gonna take some time. They might be like old wheelchairs before that's totally like forgiven on both sides. Because Will obviously felt strong enough to feel like he was wrong, strong enough to feel like he needed to do something about it. Oh, got me a troll. Yeah. Okay. Who is that? The IG God says Chris Rock jokes about black people to predominantly black audiences as well. Bring the pain. Somebody, who was this said this? Said that net was that net not me, but you. I wonder if Will would have hit Shaq. I think we all know the answer to that. You say my head is so shiny, it's scary. See, it's not really shiny like that. It's shiny, but that's the light. That's the light on my head. See, shiny, but that's the light. Nothing I can do about that. Could step back over here. Uh, that's the best I can do. Houston, Texas, 056. What's up? Oh, I got Chris Tucker in my title. Okay, we got to let's try to clean that up. Let's clean that up. Chris Tucker is in the title. Damn, it is. Okay. Let's clean that up, shall we? Thanks for pointing that out, fam. Marty Franklin, what up? Miss Liz said Will Smith was screaming like he was crazy. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Say now, like Chris can't do nothing where he trying to check somebody. Nothing. Man, they gonna ride him for life. He be talking to one of his grandchildren like, Boy, did I tell you to get in this room? The kid be like 5 years old. You ain't say that shit to Will Smith. Whoo, boy. You ain't getting over that. You're not getting over that. Mm-mm. The only way to remotely fix that now is he'd have to get Will Smith back at the Oscars. It can't be nowhere else. It's got to be at the Oscars. It's got to be while Will Smith and him, they need to do a makeup, because see that they could pull that off. Because Chris Rock will be hosting, mark my words right now, Chris Rock is hosting the Oscars next year. Because what better way to get ratings is to see what's going to happen the following year with the host that got slapped. You know, allow him to come back on. He took it on the chin. He represented. He kept his composure. Oh, they love that. So Chris Rock will be back next year to host the Oscars. And what if they said, okay, we're going to call a truce. We're going to get Will Smith. Wow, that would be a great moment in television history. We're going to get Will Smith to come out here. Y'all going to do a little bit together. Then y'all going to piece it up, hug it out. Bam! Ooh, you talking about ratings. I'm still not watching it. I don't watch award shows. I'm still going to watch it. I'll check out the clips when they come out. But that would be a ratings bonanza. It would be big, big, big. But right after it looked like they're going in for the hug, in fact, he could rock them to sleep with the hug, because Willie be on guard a little bit. Go in with the hug, and then he whisper in Will's ear like that monkey do. You know, y'all ever seen that little video where the monkey from the Planet of the Apes leans into the white guy's ear and say, "Let me borrow $5." Will Smith, Chris Tucker, brace him, lean in. You thought it was a motherfucking game, nigga. Just right there and just keep. It's like just right there and just don't let go. Then when you do let go, like be looking around for security, right? Because they probably be on alert. And then that's the only way to even it out. Anything less than that ain't gonna work. The joke's gonna continue to come till the day you die. See, remember the Muhammad Ali fights? You only see the fights where Ali won the rematches. You don't see the fights where Ali, when he first lost to these certain fighters and stuff. You don't see those. You don't even see the losses, even, after he lost. Like after he won and then lost it, whether he won and lost or lost and won, you don't even see, all you see is the wins. But people only remember, they're going to only really remember that last fight. Chris Rock gonna have to come up with if he go back out on the road, he gonna have to come up with a hell of a routine to make fun of that. He got to address it. He gonna have to come up. He got to come up with something really super, super cold. Okay. Oh, fam, I gotta let me check on something right quick. So I may as well mention it to y'all right now. If you notice in the link, hold on, let me make sure it's in the Facebook link too. Let me get it in the Facebook. So I got something major going on here. Let me link it in the Facebook before I tell y'all. Okay, so there's a link in the description under this video. It's a link to a giveaway that I'm doing. I'm starting a new clubhouse, a new club on Clubhouse. It's called Willie D's BlockchainVets. I have executives. I have analysts, enthusiasts, crypto, the blockchain, the whole thing. I got influencers that will be hosting rooms daily on Clubhouse. Now, in celebration of that, I am giving away a trip to Dubai. If you're interested in going to Dubai and you want to try to win that trip, click that link under this video. 2 plane tickets, hotel accommodations in Dubai. It's going down. Click that link for a chance to win. But I got a first, second, and third place winner. So check it out, click that link, and just follow the instructions. I am going to do a follow-up video in about another hour. I'm doing a follow-up video. Well, not a follow-up video. I'm doing a follow-up video exclusively for the giveaway. So y'all get ready for that, fam. In fact, I'll probably do that follow-up in about 30 minutes to an hour. I'll do the video for the giveaway. But you can get a head start right now by just clicking on that link. Trip to Dubai, fam. Let's get it. Few more shout outs here. Miss Michi, y'all show Miss Michi some love. Miss Michi was in the chat earlier, working the chat, holding it down till I came in. Show us some love. Lisa Phelps, what up, Lisa? Buckhorst, DC in the building. Miss Piggy, what up? Yep. All right, fam. Let's see. Yeah. So you can click that link, fam, in the description to have a chance to win the trip to Dubai. And also, you can also DM me. You can DM me on Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram. You can get the information like that also. All right, fam, I'm shutting it down. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your morning, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.